Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today we are taking a look at the ISC Light Cruiser class starship. As with all Interstellar Condordium designs, we don't know when it was developed, but it is most likely always equipped with the best level of tech, so we are giving it an enter service year of 2287. The time frame of the General War.
The light cruiser was perhaps the most standard capital ship of the Interstellar Condordium, while the heavy cruisers and their ilk were more marketable, just like the Constitution class.
Yeah.
These were more common, akin to the Miranda class in a way. However, just like the Miranda during the Dominion War, they suffered horribly. But then again, that is to be expected when you piss off every galactic power at once.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, these guys were kind of guilty of crimes against sentience on a massive scale. It's no wonder that everybody wanted them dead.
Yeah, not to mention they pulled a celestial being on all of them.
I wouldn't say that.
Attacking them all at once. Well, likely, not likely all at once, but attacking them all individually and combined at various situations, blowing up their stuff, ticking them off. The Organians wanted... They were aiming for peace and subjugation. They got peace.
Peace of the dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone... yeah. They pissed off everyone that they faced off against. Kinda like the celestial idiots.
But unlike said idiots, they did not unite the entire galaxy long term, which was kind of the plan. No, these guys were just going to be conquering quote-unquote heroes.
Yeah.
And they suffered for it.
Yeah.
The Condordium did, however, acquit itself well, especially with its echelon formations.
Yeah.
Which these ships commonly led. That said, when the Romulans and the Klingons joined the fray with their cloaking devices, suddenly those lone Mirandas turned out to be trap.
Yeah, trap. And just springing the trap doesn't do any good. Not when the trap is like this.
Especially if that trap includes a Vaudley class heavy battle cruiser.
Yeah.
Or even worse, an Accuser dreadnought.
Yeah.
As such, these ships suffered greatly during the General War.
Yeah.
Still, that does not diminish the fact that they were very effective when the ambush wasn't, as these ships are equipped with the plasmatic pulsar device, the first ship to actually use them. Well, first full-size ship that can actually use the damn things. Take, why don't you tell them about the rules for the PPD while I go deal with the problem?
Right. So, in SFC, SFB, etc., the plasmatic pulsar device does heavy damage to one shield facing and minor damage to adjacent shield facings. Star Trek Adventures, we can't do that because your shields are pretty much your hit points and it doesn't have specific facings. So instead, we treat this thing as an energy weapon with the following stats: medium range, stress rating of scale plus security plus 1, and the spread stress effect. Basically, if you get and the Star Trek Adventures rule runs on two types of dice, D20s and D6s. D6s are known as challenge dice. And 2 spaces on challenge on a challenge die are marked as effects. You get a 1 if you roll them, but if you're running on something with a specific effect, it will trigger that effect as well. And spread is one of those things. If you roll an effect, it triggers a secondary attack, which does its own damage, equal to half the damage of the base attack, plus 1 for each extra effect rolled after the first.
Now, this is a beam weapon.
Yes.
So, yeah, if only STA decided to, hey, let's convert let's have shield facings, that way everything's easier, but it's not. So.
Yeah, shields are your hit points. Starship hit points.
Anywho.
Yeah, anywho.
The Interstellar Concordium's little light cruisers served well. Unfortunately, when you piss everybody off.
Yeah. They suffered extensive casualties, especially on their lighter starships. But that doesn't mean they're not still around. I mean, there's probably still a few examples. The Interstellar Concordium is probably still licking its wounds off somewhere on the edges of the galaxy. At least what remnants of it there are. And there's probably all sorts of wrecks hanging around as well, where an entrepreneurial individual might find one and decide to repurpose it.
After all, Concordium ships are uniquely suited.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if you want to do it, repurpose it as a cargo hauler, or do an independent merc ship. If you're a civilian and you find one of these, you can find a way to make use of it. Speaking,
the ISC doesn't.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's get to the stats. We already did this once before, so the stats are pretty much all set to go. Systems values are comms 7, computers 7, engines 9, sensors 9, structure 8, weapons 8. This is a scale 4 starship from 2287. So we have a total of 48 points here. And we've distributed them, as I said, here. Departments values. +1 con, +1 security, +1 science. This is a rather versatile starship, but it is still rather heavy on the boom and the maneuverability, and it is decently maneuverable. Weapons. Disruptor banks, disruptor cannons, plasma torpedoes, the plasmatic pulsar device, which I've already mentioned, and a strength 3 tractor beam. Space frame talents, we have fast targeting sensors and improved hull integrity. For special rules, we have the stats for the plasmatic pulsar device, as I've stated, and it also has hyper-focused plasma torpedoes, as we have already explained with the Romulans. Basically, its plasma torpedoes have high yield, in addition to the standard plasma torpedo qualities. It's the best way we could represent the Red Death torpedo. And of course, the description trait is the Interstellar Concordium starship. And so there we have it. The light cruiser of the Interstellar Concordium.
Just like and she suffers for it.
Yeah.
It's foolish to resist.
because they pissed off everyone in sight, but
Proceeding.
details.